record. Okay, we're on Proverbs chapter 8 today.
All right, my favorite chapter.
And we're going to go through it line upon line, precept upon precept.
Roger that.
And I'm doing it out of the Message because I like it. It's kind of down to earth, plain language. Doesn't have any of those real long words that you got to sound out. And since I'm looking through one eyeball at a time, hallelujah. It starts out, Lady Wisdom calls out. So what's that tell you? Wisdom's calling to us. Although they're using a female connotation, which is normal back then. They always had male, female, and that's where the Hebrew is. If you look at the Hebrew in the interlinear Bible, it states what it is. It'll say in the female sense or the male sense, and it's really, really cool the way they do that. Hebrew language is billions of times better than what the English language is to describe a situation through a word. Unfortunately, most people don't understand Hebrew, which I don't, but I know a little bit. Anyway, if you ever be able to take a Hebrew, I think Ding Dong's having a Hebrew one-day school pretty soon. Richards.
Oh yeah, in fact that's going to be at the end of April.
Okay.
Yeah, I've already seen it. I didn't hear it called that, but that's probably what it is.
Yeah, it's about the
Yeah.
Hebrew. He knows a lot about Hebrew.
I'm going to go to that. That's a one-day I'm going to go to.
Yeah, it's a one-day school. It'd be good. Lady Wisdom calls out. Wisdom is calling out. Do you hear Lady Wisdom calling? Question mark. Hey, Bubba, listen, learn. Can you hear Madam Insight raising her voice? Insight, wisdom, knowledge. She's taken her stand at First and Main. That's a location of downtown. At the busiest intersection, right in the city square where the traffic is the thickest, she shouts. Why would he put it there? What does that represent? What's he talking about? First and Main, busiest intersection, city square. What's that? What's he describing?
It don't make any difference where you are, how many people are there. The thing is you and Lady Wisdom.
Yes, the world. Yeah, she's talking to the
It don't
world.
make any difference
Exactly.
what's going on right now.
Right. She's trying, back then you gotta remember this Old Testament, so she's trying to get to the most people by shouting where most of them would be. It's the same thing. Today we don't do that because we got cell phones and televisions and all that other stuff. But yeah, it's the world. She's talking to the world system where all the folks are. And that's what she's telling them. Look, I'm here. I'm at the busiest section. Slow down. Listen to what I have to say. It's very important to understand that. You, I'm talking to all you. You, I'm talking to all you. Listen. I love that. Everyone out here on the streets, I'm talking to you. Listen, you idiots. Learn good sense. You blockheads, shape up.
Is that what it says in there?
Yes.
I mean, in the
yeah, I'm reading it verbatim.
You idiots.
Blockheads.
Oh, this one says millennials. No, it says inexperienced, and then it says parentheses, who are easily misled.
Oh, yeah. Shape up. Don't miss a word of this. I'm telling you how to live well. Listen to me. I've got the answer. I'm telling you how to live at your best. I'm telling you how to live at your best. My mouth chews and savors and relishes truth. I can't stand the taste of evil. Now, what does that mean? Truth. That's always supposed to be coming out of your mouth, truth.
Well, we know what it means. It's Jesus.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it also means for you to tell the truth.
Oh,
Also. But yes, it's Jesus. Jesus is the truth. Well, that's who Lady Wisdom is Jesus. So. But yeah, but you don't tell little white lies. There's no such thing as a white lie. A lie is an untruth. A lie will get you into more trouble faster than anything in this world that we know. Because once you tell a lie, you're going to tell a bigger lie to cover up the lie that you told, and it continually goes and goes and goes and goes until it explodes. So, have you ever told a lie in your life? Yeah, I've told lots of lies in my life. I grew up in lies. but I don't lie anymore. But be careful. This is what we're talking about, Ed. You remember what we were talking about before the camera came on?
Idle words.
Idle words. That's a lie.
Right.
Hallelujah. Let's see. You'll only hear truth and right words from my mouth. Only one syllable will be, You'll only hear truth and right words from my mouth. Not one syllable will be twisted or skewed. No lies. You'll recognize this as truth with open minds. You've always got to have an open mind. And I don't usually. I prejudge a lot. And I'm usually right, but that doesn't matter. You're not supposed to prejudge anybody ever. Because it's not up to me to judge. Let's see. Truth, ready, minds. Okay, here we go. So you'll recognize this as truth with open minds. Truth, ready minds will see it at once. So if your mind's open, you'll be able to see it just that fast and see if they're lying to you. That's what I mean. That's why I talk about reading energy. You'll know. How do you know? You just do. You'll feel it, just like you know you're born again. It'll be something that's queasy, not right feeling, and it's coming from that person, and don't mess with that person. They're energy vampires. Prefer my life disciplines over chasing after money. And what's that mean? That's idolatry. You're putting money before God. And God knowledge over a lucrative career. Once again, you're putting career before God. I know a lot of people have done that. For wisdom is better than all the trappings of wealth. Nothing you could wish for holds a candle to her. Hebrew, that's the light. Candle, it represents light. He's shining light on it. That's very important to be a Hebrew when he says candle. You're in the light. You can't lie, you can't cheat, you can't steal, you're in the light. You're being illuminated by the light. Light sees into your soul. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah. I am Lady Wisdom, and I live next to sanity. So I guess you're insane if you're not wise. Makes sense. Knowledge and discretion live just down the street. The fear of God means hating evil, whose ways I hate with a passion, pride and ignorance and crooked talk. Prideful people, ignorant people. Ignorance doesn't mean they're stupid, it just means they haven't learned or won't learn. To me that's stupid, but that's okay. Let's see. Good counsel and common sense are my characteristics. I am both insight and the virtue to live it out. So that doesn't mean it's heavily ever after. So I am both insight, I have insight to this, and the virtue to live it out. What's that mean?
The wisdom and ability to make the steps, or the ability to make the steps to walk in wisdom.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, see, it's not instantaneous sometimes. You know, like we said, hey, I'm covered and I can't die. True, but you can get sick. Why? Because you told a lie. Why did you tell a lie? Because you didn't want to hurt somebody's feelings. You ever told your wife she looks good and she looks like a cow in a dress or a pantsuit or tight jeans or a skimpy bathing suit or whatever? You ever said that? I know you have. Ah, bull.
I haven't ever said it either. I'll tell you the truth, I've never even thought it, but that's another story.
I tell her she always looks good.
I know you do, but I know where you're coming from.
For most people.
Forget, I've known you for over 20 years again.
That's funny.
So, but this is what they're talking about. That little white lie you have said not to hurt feelings. And it may not have been your wife. It could have been somebody that you know very close, or it doesn't matter. But this is what we're talking about. Oh. Let's see. I am both insight and virtue to live it out. To live it out means what? Tell the truth and go on. Tell the truth and go on. Don't worry about them lambasting you. Just like that guy that you said, if you can't see it, you ain't gonna get it. So you're gonna stay in that rocking chair for the rest of your life. You ain't gonna get up and walk. You know, how does that make you feel? How do you think that guy feels about you? How do you think he's going to feel when he tells his wife what you told him? Every time, and this is what runs in your mind.
You look, and yet you just told him the truth.
Yeah.
So he says, forget that and go on.
Yes, yeah. It's not for you
Right.
to judge what comes out of that guy's mouth.
You
Although it does when you're me, but don't be me.
Right. Right.
So this is what he's talking. This is very subtle in the way it's being, but this is the part that I want you guys to understand.
Oh, this is good. I see.
See, there's a lot of subtlety in this. With my help, leaders rule,
I see it, yeah.
and lawmakers legislate fairly, which we don't have. With my help, governors govern, along with all in legitimate authority. You have to have legitimate authority over, like, you could be a sheriff or a cop or,
Right.
you know, congressman or whatever, but that's what he's talking about. Just because it's your neighbor, you don't listen, you don't have to obey your neighbor. Be good to listen and see what he's got to say. Don't go off half-cocked like I usually do. Let's see. I love those who love me. Well, that's no big deal. Everybody loves you because of who you are. Those who love me, find me. That means he's worth going to find. Wealth and glory accompany me. Okay, right up there in the first it says, wisdom's worth more than money. It's better than wealth. It's better than riches. It's better than having money. It's better that, you know, that's what you read into that. Well, down here it says, wealth and glory accompany me.
This is just incredible here. First, now I'm looking at the first numbers here. You're not, and I understand that. Or you're looking at a grouping of them. It says, those who seek me early and diligently will find me. And then the next person says, riches and honor are with me. So you don't seek the riches and honor.
No.
You seek him.
Yes.
And then he's in a realm or a state, and that's where the riches and honor are.
Yes. Because he's already given them to you. See? You live in the now. That's what he's saying.
And the other scripture is, seek first the kingdom of God and all these things will be added unto you. Same thing.
Yeah. Added how? Well, because they were added to him. He's added them to me. I've already gotten that, but yes.
It's in my,
Yeah, no.
it's in the
Yeah.
realm, I love that word.
Yeah, you get to either receive it or not. It's up to you. It's always going to be a choice what you believe or not believe.
Well, that's for sure.
And nobody else but you. So
Everything I do, I notice that if I say, hey Lord, I ask you to help me write this report. And then I write a beautiful report. If I don't do that, even though it's subtle, it's not that,
Right.
if I don't do that, it takes more effort. So it's, you know, thinking with him creates effortless value.
See that, you know, when I first started watching you doing this, go back to in July of 15 when we took that airplane trip together. You know, I was watching you write down all this stuff and everything. What Ron was doing, he still does it. It's the proverb that says, a man plans his way. Now this guy that you're talking about, your friend of yours, Ed, who's sick, he needs to see himself, but then every step of the way, that's where the Holy Spirit's wisdom will take you. Okay, I see where I'm going, but every step is from him.
yeah, he'll
I
tell you.
plan my way, but the steps are the Lord's.
He'll say turn right or left.
Exactly.
And that's That's what it means.
And when this latest thing came up, the Alcyon came up, I took it to Pam and we prayed about it,
Sure, always.
you know? And it's like, okay, there's a step before us, do we take it or not? Do we take it?
Yeah, and.
We can't sit there and say, okay, we're gonna go get gold. That's not what we did.
It's not about it, because that's idolatry. See, you can slip into that slippery slope. You're putting gold before God. Hey, I'm gonna get rich. Well, you're already rich, if you believe it.
Right.
It doesn't matter how much money's in the bank, because it's got nothing to do with it, because you can have billions of dollars in the bank overnight.
Exactly right. And
So-
you may have no rest because you're still worried about how to get it.
Yeah.
And you're worried about if you're gonna lose it.
Yeah, because once you get it, then you're worried about somebody taking it away from you.
Yep.
Yeah, see.
You can fix that by just being content where you're at.
Yes. And you can have all the money you want,
And you-
forever.
And you can be content where you're at if you get up early and seek him early. Then you'll find him.
Absolutely. Yes, you will.
If you'll notice when I send
And if you
you,
sleep until 7, you still find it.
well, early to some is not early to
I know.
others, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, you're pretty early.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you are early, so are you.
Well-
I mean, you're 4 and 5 o'clock.
Well, I've been up for a couple of hours when I do that, but yes. I usually get up about 2 to 3, right in there, 2:45.
And I do that all the time, and I'll stay up maybe a couple hours and read and things, but then I go back to sleep.
Yeah, I can't. Once I'm up, I'm up. I can hear grass grow, and that's just the way it is. Because I'm surrounded by energy all the time. I've got energy cracking and popping around me all the time. I can't get away from it, except when I sleep. But then it's only for a short period. You'd be surprised. You guys couldn't sleep in the same room with me. Ron, he knows how to do it. He's figured it.
I slept in the room with you one time, and you had this humongous fan on.
But I had to get up, yeah,
Right.
because the bed was too short.
It wasn't your bed, it was.
I was in a fetal position for about 4 hours and I couldn't take it anymore. So, yeah. But I also turned the air conditioner on too. 'Cause
Yeah, if we're ever in the same hotel room, that boy just gets over there by the air conditioner and turns it on blast, and I get over there and put all these covers on and just.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like that, yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, he just sleeps, you know. And I can hear something go boom, crash, bam, or, you know, whatever. And I jump. But yeah, he knows how to do it.
We're all different.
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of like Trump. I don't believe he sleeps a
About
couple
4
hours.
or 5 hours. Yeah, that's about all.
Yeah.
Edison did it, Einstein did it. I mean, just depends on how much total relaxation you can get. Tesla did it. So there's a bunch of people.
Well, did they take cat naps during the day?
Edison did. He would go for like 1 or 2 hours and then work 5 or 6 and then go 1 or 2, but he only went for like 2 hours.
I can do that really easy.
I can go without it if I want, for a while, not for, you know. But I've gone without sleep for 3 or 4 days before. But I was in a deep meditative trance, so. And everybody thought I was dead, but I lived by myself, so I didn't care. It was just, I did that. I don't do that much anymore, but I used to do it when I was young. It's good. I enjoyed that. Let's see. I love those who love me, those who look for me, find me, wealth and glory accompany me. Also, substantial honor and a good name. Hebrews were really important. Their name is important to them. If you tell them you're going to slander them, that's the worst thing you can do. Just put a black mark against their name. My benefits are worth more than a big salary. Let me say this, even a very big salary. So he mentions twice.
Yep.
The returns on me exceed any imaginable bonus. So he talks money, money, bonus. And he said, I'm worth more than all that. You can find me on Righteous Road. That's where I walk.
God, look
At the intersection of Justice Avenue.
look at
See? This is where he's at. You want wisdom? Well, listen, he's telling you where he's at.
this. Look at this next one. It's 21.
Handling out life to those who love me, filling their arms with life, armloads of life. God's sovereignty made me the first, the basic, before he did anything else.
All right, so let me make a point. Starting right there until the end.
You're 21?
Yeah, at 22.
Okay.
that's the real estate development proverb. And so it's been my favorite, that block has been my favorite for
22 through what?
through the end, 31 or 34.
Oh, okay, all the way.
31.
23 through 36.
Well, go back up to 21. Does yours start out with that I may cause those who love me?
To inherit true riches, and they fill their treasuries.
All right, go back to the word cause. I may cause, I may cause, I may cause. Look at that. I may cause.
Yeah,
It's him.
So I don't have to cause it.
No.
Not me, him.
yeah.
No, it's wisdom.
So what's my requirement? Love him.
So, put me first.
Celebrate.
That's it.
He told you, put me first.
That's
In
it.
everything you do.
And you know what you do every second? You do one thing, you think. So we put him first by thinking with him. Continual thinking together.
That's kingdom living now, or being one. See, once you become one with the Father,
Yes.
DNA, wife, all that, you got the teaching down. When you become one, then you don't think. It's there.
Right.
It happens.
Well, that's when you enter the rest.
Yes.
And there's
Yes.
sin can't get to you because you're not.
You're not, no, there's no sin to have.
Right.
In the spirit,
You see yourself as he sees you.
yes, flawless.
You're known, you know by you are known.
Yes, that's your good name, that's your
Yes,
reputation.
that's right.
Yes,
You know by who he knows you.
yes.
Listen, I'll tell you
Unconditional
something
love.
else too, and I know this is true. Satan knows that the Father knows me.
Of course he does.
He leaves me alone.
Well, he
He
knows,
can't handle that power.
but he knows what you know of him. That's
He
why.
knows that too, yes.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, he's not stupid. He just likes to lie. He can't believe the truth.
I think I told you we used to go bird hunting in sweatsuits during wrestling season as a workout. And we'd jump up, go to a quail, and we'd run, chasing them.
Oh, that is a good workout, you're right.
Yeah, good work, sweating all
And what the
day.
dogs do, we'll do it.
No dogs, just all,
And this is Oklahoma.
but we always do this, scan the horizon, you look over there, there he is, you can see a little bobcat, he's watching you. And as soon as he sees your eyes catch his eyes, he disappears. Then when you run over the next little hill, you can look,
There he
there
is.
he is over there. And so I see Satan as a bobcat, he's so afraid, he's not even,
That's good.
he's not even around. And if, he may be around looking, but he's nothing, and he won't even let you get close to him. You look at him, he runs.
It's because of the power that you're emanating.
Bobcat.
Right.
That's right. The glow that you have.
It's
glowing
the
out.
energy that's coming off of you. And it's in waves. And you can't stand to be in that energy. That's like lighting a candle.
Well, other people, and this is where our protection comes in, other people who would do us harm, carjackers, home invaders, whomever, they sense that. And for some reason, I'm staying away from that. I'm gonna go right over here to this idiot.
Yes.
It's uncanny.
Really? I mean, it's true.
Everywhere I go for any kind of bad guy,
Right.
he looks at me and says, "Hey, boss." All the black guys, every time I come, boss is here, boss. Well, I was coming from Oklahoma City Airport back to my mom's house, 22-mile bike ride at 11 o'clock at night. I'd taken the car out to the airport to leave for my kids.
22 miles?
22 miles.
Okay.
And I'm going through some of the worst parts of Oklahoma City, and I was thirsty. I think I told you the story before. And so I pull up to this ragtag bunch of maggots hanging around drinking convenience store, and I parked my bike, just sat there and I looked at them, they looked at me, and I didn't lock it up or anything. I walked in the door, and I didn't mean to, but the door was kind of loose, and there was about 6 black guys buying beer. They said, "Oh, the boss is here. What you want, boss?" And I said, "I need some water." I said, "They got some water." They got in the line. I got up and got my water and got my bike and left.
They saw that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let me tell you something, I believe the Holy Spirit has shown me, because I've been spending some time thinking about this stuff. If needed, the angels that have already been assigned to him can manifest themselves. Those guys will just go, holy crap.
Yeah, my brother-in-law said, "I can't
Whoa.
believe you rode your bike at 11 o'clock on, it was a Friday or Saturday night, through the worst part of town." And I said, "No problem."
See, what you don't do I see that, that's perfect. What you don't do is, oh, I can do that. And
Yeah, yeah, it's not
you know,
bravado.
it's no, you don't do that like these knuckleheads handle snakes, that's stupid.
Yeah.
You know what, the
But when you're
word,
thirsty, it's not stupid.
but the word was, I can do that.
Ooh, yeah,
And that's a quote.
that's good, you're right.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Bingo.
It's me and, or him and, whatever, but not I. See, that's that slip that we do, we don't even know we're doing it. But we've been taught to do that, that's what we talk, but it's
Right.
wrong. That's why we have to, we're accountable for every word that comes out of our mouth. That's what Ed was talking about. Well, no, you're not. I got an argument with my wife about this yesterday.
Just yesterday?
Oh, you know, my pet peeve is I'll try. You know you know what I feel about when you say I'll try. That means you're not going to do it.
Well, it means you don't see it yet. You don't,
It's an option, it's only an option.
right, you haven't seen the end from the beginning if you're just gonna try it.
Yeah, no, try means no, I ain't. That's right.
Eliminate it, just like you eliminate TV.
And she said, no, that's not what I get to. No, I said, no, you don't get to. Yes, I do. No, you don't. And let me tell you why. I said, look, 5% comes from your conscious mind. 95% comes from your subconscious mind. Who do you think's got more power, Kim? Conscious or subconscious? She wouldn't answer me.
Well, she knew the answer.
Of course she did. My wife's smart, she's not stupid. Not smart as me, but you know. I've never met anybody.
humble as I am, either.
Not on everything, just the things that I enjoy. That's what I'm talking about. Hallelujah.
That is humble.
That's
I
funny.
had to clarify that, I didn't mean it the way it sounded. I did, but I didn't, I had to go back and change it. Let's see, I was brought into being a long time ago. God's sovereignty made me, the first, the basic, before he did anything else. So what this is saying is,
Now, who was saying I was brought into?
Wisdom.
Wisdom,
yeah,
okay.
and who is wisdom?
Jesus.
Jesus. So Jesus is giving you a little hint here. He said, I was the first thing that God brought into fruition, into the world. There wasn't a world yet, there wasn't a heaven yet, there wasn't anything yet. But that's what he's saying, he said, I was made first. Because,
Is that the soap?
yeah, it would be a soap, yeah. Although that slows particles down to light speed so you can see them, so the particle's already there. So I don't think so, no.
Okay.
But I had to clarify that, but yeah, anyway.
Roger.
So why is he saying this? He said, well, I'm Jesus, I am wisdom, I'm one and the same. I am in the Father's in me, well, he is wisdom, wisdom is he, and you see that, it's just one big giant entity, which is God. And that's the best way I can explain it.
You be the drop in the ocean,
And
or
you
the
also-
ocean be in you.
Yes, you're one,
You want.
right.
Here it is. This is another visionation he gave me. So what's your value to God? Here's the scales of justice. Put Jesus over here. And put me over here.
Yeah, you equal out. You
That's
have to. You have to be in conformity.
And that sees me like the Father sees me. If that wasn't true, he wouldn't have gone to the cross.
Unconditional. That's the key.
Hallelujah.
Unconditional.
God. Guys, that is just, I mean, that's so huge.
Yeah, well, you can't fathom. All you can do is think, and I mean, if it's only a
I mean,
bit.
I'm getting chill bumps right now just thinking about that.
It's just a small part.
Thank you.
Yeah, I tried to figure that out one day when I was on the sofa and I couldn't, and my brain went
I know.
froze up on me. I got a long way, but it's still, I can't talk about it because it'd be so
I just
far
want to
over
spend all day
everybody's.
just thanking him.
Yeah,
That's all.
it's just, that's why it's unconditional. See, you've never had unconditional nothing in your life on this physical plane. You can't, it's impossible. We always have conditions on everything we do.
That's right.
But God is unconditional. It's not about what we do or have done or ever will do. It's about him. That's the only way it can be. He doesn't ask us to do anything. He lets us choose to believe or not. That's incredible. Right there, that's incredible. Hallelujah. I arrived on the scene before the oceans. Well before Earth got its start. Yes, even before springs and rivers and lakes. Before mountains were sculptured and hills took shape. I was already there, this was the key, newborn.
Yeah.
So he became an entity, he was newborn.
Wait a minute, say that again.
He became an entity.
So
He's also God, and now he's,
the entity is wisdom.
yeah. Well, as he's saying, the newborn, I'm
Is-
born of new, I'm newborn, I'm a person. I am a entity, but he's still in the spirit, so he really wouldn't be a person like what we know persons to be. But he is now part God, part Jesus. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, it happens on different levels because he's a newborn from hell also, first
Yeah.
born from the dead.
Yes.
Of
This
course,
is
God
before,
saw that.
this is before all of that,
Yeah, but before all of that, God saw that.
but not him, probably. We don't know. Because when Jesus came down to earth, he didn't. He didn't know nothing.
Oh, yeah, he had to learn.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I can't say yes or no to either one of those. But this is what
Well,
this is.
he left the Godhead power.
Had to.
Yeah,
Or he couldn't have been a man.
right.
But what I'm saying on this is the start of him being other than God. You see what I'm saying? God has separated himself into three parts. The Father, the Son.
Holy Spirit.
Okay. Well, this is when this took place. He's newborn, born again. He became another person. Even though they're trying to make this physical to tell you how it was done physically, but they're talking about spiritual things, and it's very hard to do.
Right.
That's why he said, I'm newborn. That's the idea that he's trying to get across. Even though, you know, he's still spirit and he's not a person.
Right.
But people back then didn't know that. Okay? Hallelujah. Long before God stretched out earth's horizons, intended to the minute details of soil and weather and sky, was firmly put in place. I was there. So what he's saying is, I was before the creation of the earth or the galaxies or anything else.
Right.
I was there. When he mapped and gave borders to wild ocean, built the vast vault of heaven, and installed the fountains that fed ocean. When he drew a boundary for sea, posted a sign that said, no trespassing, and then staked out earth's foundation, I was there with him, making sure everything fit. Now, what's that tell us about the ocean? People want to know where the ocean come from. Tells you right here.
It also tells you about the environmentalists who say if the ice cap melts, it's going to get to the second floor of Manhattan.
Yeah, that's
The oceans will. But right here it tells you, he set a boundary, so you don't cross that boundary. Plus, what Lloyd and I have talked about before is, ice is the opposite of everything else. When it melts, the sea's going to go out instead of come in.
Yeah, depending on the movement.
So this scripture proves that those that believe in global warming are iniquitous.
Yeah.
Well, but they really don't believe in it. It's just something that they can get behind to split the unity of the people. That's all it's for.
Right.
Where do the oceans come from? The fountain.
deep.
Where?
The deep.
Oh,
He installed the fountains that fed the oceans. They were fountains. That means water flowing, which came from the earth.
and you can, yeah, in the book of Enoch, it's there.
Yeah, no, he talks about
He
it.
does.
They've said, I read the other day that these scientists have found way down, 5 miles or 10 miles down, crystallized stuff that showed there were fountains down
Yeah.
there. And that's how, when the earth flooded, came up
Right.
and also down.
Right,
It was raining, which it never rained before.
Right.
right.
Yeah, they were so powerful that it split and cracked the earth, all the way around the earth.
And was that when the earth was then separated to different continents?
Yeah, they call it the some kind of technology.
Tectonic plates.
But and that's crap, that's not what happened.
What happened?
Like I said, the fountains of the earth broke loose and it split the crust of the earth all the way around. They cracked it. And it was so compact because of the weight of the earth on it, it shot all the way up into heaven and became ice crystals. And then fell and condensed into rain and fell back on the earth.
Okay, but the earth was it divided then like in continents back then?
Well, that's just where the water came from.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I always just picture there was one big
It
earth.
happened at
and
the
then-
tower. It happened at the Tower of Babel. That's when these separated.
So you separated the earth?
Yeah, the land. The land after the flood was called Pangea, and that's where all of that stuff was. It was one big giant continent. And then when he split the people, languages, made it just talk the 70 different languages, that's when it happened.
That's when they went to Africa and went to
That's, yeah,
Asia.
it broke apart, spread out, and that's when they
Was
get
that after the flood or before?
after. Tower of Babel happened after the flood.
Okay, so that's when the earth split, the different parts of the earth.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's two different things.
So when the flood happened, it was one piece.
Yes, after the water went, there wasn't any pieces until the water, went down. Yes.
Okay.
And all you had to do is see how it's shaped, and see how it fits back, right back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's called, I forgot, this doctor guy that had written a book about it, really smart dude. I can't remember what he called it, but it wasn't plate technology. That's the thing that's popular with the scientists, but that's not what happened. So anyway, but he shows you diagrams and all this stuff. But it was interesting, because it never rained. So why was Noah building a boat? Because God asked him to build a boat. But it never rained, ever, until the flood. Well, that's fascinating to me. Never
Well, did the
rained.
people think he was gonna put it in a lake or something?
No, they thought he was crazy.
Just thought he was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Bug chewing crazy, yes, he was nuts.
So,
And he, it took him 120 years to build.
That helped him to be left alone,
Yeah, him and his sons, absolutely.
and the angels that were there.
120 years
I know.
to build that boat.
I'm amazed the sons didn't think he was crazy.
Well, he was their dad, he had to do it anyway, so he grew, that's when they were raised. Yeah, we don't understand anything about how Hebrew people back then, not today, their children, it's kind of today, but not like it was back then. They honored their father. Their father was a god to them. And they honored everything he did. Well, he did his father that way, and he did his father that way, and you gotta remember, Noah was not that far down the line from Adam.
No, he wasn't.
He was Enoch's,
Grandfather? No.
no, Enoch was his great something father.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're
Was
right.
Methuselah in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Methuselah's in there. He was the son of somebody, I forgot now who it was. But yeah, they're all clumped in there because Adam's still alive.
I think,
Was he still alive at the flood?
No, he died,
No,
Methuselah
missed that.
died the same day the flood started.
That's right.
See, he was called, they've got a name for it, I forgot what it is, but yeah, he died the same day the flood. Adam died,
I think Adam missed it by about 40 or 50 years.
something like that. But Adam was alive when Methuselah was born.
Wow.
And then, well, he lived to be 960 years almost, 930 something. So they were living a long time back then. Hallelujah. Praise God. Let's see, I was there with him, making sure everything fit. Day after day I was there with my joyful applause. Excuse me. Always enjoying his company, delighting with the world of things and creatures. So they had animals and creatures, happily celebrating the human family. So he separates creatures from humanity. That's why you don't love your dog. except if you're Ron. Ron loves his dog.
Yeah, but see, Ron knows he's a dog too.
I have filial love, brotherly love for Jack.
Let's see. Day after day, delighted in things. The creatures and happily celebrating the human family. He was celebrating the human family before there was a family, and from the beginning. That's the way God's
Celebrating us too.
Yeah, well, we're a human family.
Now here's a picture of that. It says, in the Amplified, it says, rejoicing in his inhabited earth and delighting in the sons of men.
I see it.
So, on the 8th day of a month, I had to go to Decatur to court at 6 p.m. for some reason. I can't remember what it was. To get some kind of document done. I had to do it right that day. So I took off, running late, 5:30, traffic everywhere.
Driver's license. Or
What's that?
Driver's license.
No, it was something else. I
I
can't
got to do
remember
mine
what,
this year.
because it was in Decatur. And it was a while back. But anyway, I was, stressing because I thought, oh man, I got to get in that door before they close it at 6. And the Lord said, what did you just meditate on today? Delighting in the sons of men. He said, all you have is a bunch of sons of men around you. So he said, I want you to start delighting in these sons of men. And just believe me and know that you're walking in that door right before it closes and everything's fine. So just meditate on that and take all your stress away and delight in the sons of men. So I look at all those people in traffic and just started loving on them and delighting in them. And I just, I got out, walked up, they were going to lock the door, and I arrived with my package. I just had to get it to the desk. It was a real estate deal. But anyway, it had to be filed that day. But the delighting in the sons of men from this scripture right here, traversed me all the way stress-free.
That's good.
Real world application of what we're talking. A real world application,
How?
which helps you believe. Shouldn't, but it does, because it's how we're made.
I can remember having felt that from somebody who was probably doing just what you did. And suddenly I thought, I just need to let this guy go. I don't know why. We've all done that.
Yeah.
Well, now you know why.
Yeah.
Just, okay, go.
He was beaming love and delighting in you. It paved his way.
And the next guy comes along, not you.
So my dear friends, listen carefully. What's that mean? Listen carefully.
That means meditate.
Those who embrace these my ways are most blessed.
Oh, I love that. For blessed are they who keep my ways.
Mark a life of discipline and live wisely. Don't squander your precious life. Blessed the man, blessed the woman who listens to me, awake and ready for me each morning. You remember when I told you when you first get up, what do you do? When your feet hit the carpet, you start praising God every morning.
I don't hit the carpet.
Hardwood, linoleum, something to throw rug.
Linoleum.
Yeah, that's an old word, isn't it? Each morning, alert, responsive as I start my day's work. When you find me, you find life, real life, to say nothing of God's good pleasure. But if you wrong me, you damage your very soul.
If you
Wrong me, but if you wrong me, you damage your very soul. What's that mean? Well, you can't hurt wisdom. But if you try, you're hurting yourself. On the soulish realm, flesh. Not spirit, flesh. That's what he means by soul. Okay. When you reject me, you're flirting with death. The end.
And that backup is in the book of Eden.
Yeah.
Rejectors. That's
Yes,
what he called them.
they are. Hallelujah. Any questions? You guys got her down, huh?
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Thank you, Floyd.
Next week,